Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 jump scares in video games. For this list, we're looking at various moments in games that had us hopping out of our seats at breakneck speed. In case you haven't played any of these games, here's your spoiler warning. Which of these jump scares gave you a new pair of brown pants? Cower with us in the comments below. Number 20. Crypt Creature, Mortal Kombat. The Crypt, an eerie setting to reap your rewards from all those brawls and fatalities. Before the newer games, the Crypt was nothing more than a grim place to spend your coins and discover a wealth of goodies. That all changed in the 2011 reboot. While you explore the Crypt here, you'll hear something constantly running around. Standing still for a little bit might reveal the culprit though. This kind of jump scare would become more integral to the Crypt and serve as a mechanic for additional rewards in MK10 and MK11. Number 19. Found before page 8. Slender the 8 Pages. The character of Slender Man may have lost some of its relevance in recent years, but it's still worth talking about the 8 Pages simply because of how it took the internet by storm. Throughout the game, Slender Man would stalk you and disappear at random intervals. Get too close or take too long to find the next page, and it's simple, haunting, and will stay ingrained in your brain long after your first playthrough. Number 18. Anything But Silent, BioShock Infinite. BioShock has never really been much of a horror series, but that isn't to say the games haven't had some scary moments of their own. Take The Boy of Silence, for example. Care to take a guess why he's called that?
Oh, Jesus!
Yeah, he's anything but silent, and every freaking time he shows up, it's like hearing our alarms amplified to the nth degree. Just another facet of Columbia we're glad to never return to again.
Okay, you don't have to talk to—
Number 17. That One Autopsy, The Evil Within. What else can you expect from a game directed by the creator of Resident Evil? It wasn't enough to have psychopaths chase us or have us traverse through grotesque environments. No, let's have the player perform an autopsy. And just to spice things up, let's give them a lovely surprise when they're digging in there. We never thought a jump scare could come out of a situation this disgusting, and we love everything about it. Number 16. The Broken Neck Lady, Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly. As if it wasn't bad enough for Fatal Frame to force us to confront our own fears head-on, one of the most ghastly and shocking moments in Crimson Butterfly is meeting the lady with the broken neck. First off, she just appears without any warning. Then, of course, you have the moments of trying to snap her picture before she grabs you. We could feel our nerves tighten throughout this entire encounter. Number 15. A dentist learning some personal space, BioShock. The enemies of BioShock are not afraid to get up in your business, as we saw with Infinite's Boy of Silence. The first game, on the other hand, caught us off guard in another way. While in the dentist's office, you'll enter a room holding the speedy hacker plasmid. Pick this up and turn around to find a new friend! There's no way of telling where he could have been hiding. It's a scare you're forced to endure.
What? You're crying!
Number 14. The Bathtub, Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. Eternal Darkness holds a ton of frightening moments that keep us second-guessing what in the game is part of the progression and what's just the game screwing our heads. of them all, the most disturbing has to be the bathtub scene. The dark imagery and tone of it all make it hard to digest, and the sudden screaming doesn't help, but good lord does it make the game even more memorable. Number 13. Clever Girl, Dino Crisis.
Are you from the rescue team?
Yes, I am.
Many refer to Dino Crisis as Resident Evil with dinosaurs, but it goes beyond just the gameplay. Like its famous sibling, Dino Crisis comes with its own moments of terror. Tell us, how many times have you had a live T-Rex suddenly burst from your wall, After this, we'd much rather take our chances with the Velociraptors. In all seriousness though, how cool would this be in a remake? Number 12. Lockers Looking Sus, Silent Hill. We all knew Silent Hill would show up here at some point, and just an FYI, it won't be the last time it does. Sort of. While Silent Hill focuses more on disturbing imagery and creepy atmospheres, it isn't one to shy away from the occasional jump scare, such as the infamous locker scene. Sure, that locker of viscera doesn't look too unsettling, but take a couple steps away and gets us every time. Number 11. The Trolling Glass, Prey.
What did you do to my conference room?
Enemies can disguise themselves as regular objects. That's all you need to say to instill fear into us. What made our anxiety worse was when we got to the puzzle with the green buttons. It's simple and makes us lower our guard over something so easy until... And what does your moment of panic do? It alerts a nearby monster. Thanks, Arcane. Number 10. Say hello to Mr. Tibbet, Condemned, Criminal Origins.
Not much new here. I'll run a DNA profile.
The trail just ends at a bank of lockers.
Woof! Condemned is such a mind trip that it needs to return on modern platforms. Criminal Origins knows how to maintain suspense and force players into uncomfortable situations, such as this one, where Rosa asks you to get a close-up of Tibbet's corpse. Yeah, that image conveniently didn't upload properly, huh, Rosa? It's such a troll move on Monolith Productions' part, but we gotta admit, they got us good.
Help me!
Number 9. You never forget your first necromorph, Dead Space.
What the hell was that?
Have you ever seen the opening to any of the Dead Space games? They get intense. Like 0 to 100 in an instant. Of course, we have to put a spotlight on the first game because of how it caught us off guard. When seeing the necromorph assault one of your crew members, all you can think about is turning and running. The terror gets worse when you see one of them burst from the wall as you're fleeing, especially when you get a glimpse of their tendrils from the corner of the screen. Number 8. Welcome, Mr. Wayne, to Jurassic Park, Batman Arkham City.
Are you tough enough to sign up with Penguin? Or are you just chicken? So what is it?
A jump scare in a Batman game? Pfft. Sure, the Arkham games have never been scary games, though there are moments that catch us off guard every now and again. Still, Arkham City takes the cake in how it lulls you in the quietness of the museum's entrance. No guards to take down, just a simple puzzle with a cryptographic sequencer, right? Mr. Cobblepot, after much consideration, we have decided not to endorse your museum. Number 7. The Ladder Scene, Fear. While it may not have the same level of fame or popularity as other horror franchises, Fear is very much an IP that needs to be resurrected. Part of the reason is for incredible scenes such as the infamous ladder scene. The ambience and isolation really get to you before this part, so you might have wasted a few bullets upon encountering these two. Number 6. Evil Undead Puppers. Resident Evil.
Now, Jill, can you go?
I'm going with you.
This is arguably the most classic and iconic jump scare on this list. Anyone who has played the original or 2002 remake of the first Resident Evil never forgets this moment. The narrow corridor, the low noises of Spencer Mansion, the fixed camera angles, it all leads to a jump scare that has followed us since 1996. Stupid dogs. It made us look bad. Number 5. Everyone Says Hello. Five Nights at Freddy's series. Of course, when you think of jump scares in games today, Five Nights at Freddy's is often the go-to example. It doesn't matter which one you play, be it one of the mainline games, Sister Location, or Ultimate Custom Night, they're all really disturbing in their designs. The likes of Springtrap, Baby, or even Freddy Fazbear himself will follow you long after your first night. Number 4. Any game with Michael Myers. Dead by Daylight. Every killer in Dead by Daylight is terrifying in their own way, but Michael Myers really makes you live the horror movie. You see, players can tell when a killer is nearby via audio cues. This is known as the terror radius. Michael doesn't have a terror radius at all. Unless he's equipped with specific add-ons, your only way to know he's near is by looking around. And that's pretty much your only defense. Pray he doesn't get to tier 3. Number 3. Just about every level. Until Dawn. Rush of Blood.
And try your best not to die, of course.
How else do you scare players besides getting in their face when they aren't looking? Well, how about restraining them on a rickety old roller coaster and leaving them stranded in total darkness on occasion while sending psychopaths after them? That's the bread and butter of Rush of Blood. And while it's not the follow-up to 2015's Until Dawn we were expecting, anyone who owns a PSVR needs this game. Number 2. You're tearing me apart, Lisa. PT.
This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday.
PT was filled with all sorts of mysterious and creepy visuals. Thing is, at some point, you realize you're never in any danger, so it becomes okay to take your time. Enjoy the macabre setting and frightening imagery without threat. Ponder about the talking baby in the sink. Maybe plan out your day tomorrow. Good! We're done! Good Lord, forgot how much of a heart attack PT actually was!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. That's Not a Baby. Resident Evil Village. Say, we all remember Benevento Estate in RE Village, right? How could anyone not remember it? After all, this is the house where we get to see the most disgusting and vile behemoth to ever grace our screens. What can we say? This thing was all over social media as soon as folks got their hands on the game, and we have never been more terrified of the dark before.
In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.